Welcome to Dad's Drafts.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Dad's Drafts. As you can see, we're currently Diamond 2 and we're going to do another premier draft of Aetherdrift. Now let's get right into this activity. Now if you like what I do, feel free to let me know either by commenting or clicking some buttons or whatever. But most especially if you have any feedback for me, if you see me make any mistakes which I didn't see myself, please do point them out so that I can get better at this game, which is pretty much the whole goal of this channel. Now, as always, I will say my picks and why I do them, so that you can maybe learn from them, and if you think my way of thinking is wrong, or I do something else wrong in the drafting or the playing, please do let me know. Now, the last game we went 4-3. We are slowly rising in Diamond and see if we can maybe keep that going. Alright. Now let's see what we have. Quite some multicolored cards. Zahur is amazing if you're in the white-black, and it's quite the bomb. If the rest of the pack was weaker, I would probably first pick him, just to speculate on going into black-white. Though there is a Mammoth, which I think is amazing. There's also a Haunt the Network, which is great, but the problem of this one is that you, like if you're in red or in green, you cannot splash for this one. So for instance, red-blue is not good splashing this for black because it doesn't have many artifacts. So this only goes into the blue-black or maybe the white-blue splashing black deck. Boom Scholar is amazing. Other than that, Broken Wings is fine. Don't really like the Intimidator. I'm going to take the Mammoth simply because green is pretty strong and I prefer to be in a single color. And red-green is not that good, I think. So we'll be passing on some multicolored cards which will hopefully get other people into those colors. Okay, well, if we hadn't taken the Zahur, we could have taken the Ascendant, which would have been a nice combination, of course. There's a Sky Ray, which of course goes well into the whole cycling deck. Now this Mammoth doesn't really cycle that easily. So there's a green card, which is pretty decent. But only if you have ways to fill up your graveyard. Now there are ways, and there's nothing else green which impresses me in this pack. So I guess I'll just take the Ooze Patrol. I know that I could also take the Pactol Terror, which is pretty good. But I just want to cut off most green cards so that I will get all the green cards in the next pack. Or even the third pack. Okay, well. Another Pactol Terror, there's also the Shape Thief, which I like a lot. Kind of surprised that it's still here. And also with the Ooze Patrol, if we end up cycling that, that's not the end of the world. Green cards in this pack are mediocre. There's also Lightning Strike, but as I said, I prefer not to go into red-green because I think it's one of the weaker archetypes. So I'm just going to take this Shapeshifter Deuterino. It would be very good to instantly shapeshift a big dude. Wouldn't also mind to pick up one of the bikes, which lets us ramp or fix or whatever, but those come in pretty late. So the higher your curve, the better the Shape Thief is. Oh my goodness. Why is there a board wipe in this pack? Another Gastel Thrill Seeker. Well, someone will be thrilled to pick another one of those up. You can't really... Why is there still a board wipe here? Okay, well, I guess I'll take it. I mean, I don't mind going into green, white, maybe splashing blue for the Shape Thief, because we can cycle that away anyway. Wouldn't mind to pick that one up then, but I'm going to take a board wipe. I love it. Okay, Lifecraft Engine is pretty mediocre. There's no real other interesting cards in this pack. There's a Thundering Broodwagon, which might be a clear signal that black-green is open. And we already have the Ooze Patrol. So maybe with this Thundering Broodwagon we can end up still in black-green and then maybe find some self-mill or whatever. Just putting these aside. The downside to these Broodwagons is that you cannot splash them that easily. Alright, well, very weak pack. I don't really care about the land at this moment because it seems like we're not really going to do anything with our engine speed. I think I'll take the bestow greatness. I mean, I want to cut off green, but most especially I think that having, for instance, a big ooze or a big mammoth and you can just give it trample, I think it's very good. Okay, well, not a lot of green. Mediocre black. There's a gallant strike. I'm going to take this. Now you will probably hear some beeping in the background. I do apologize for that because it is our washing machine and it will end hopefully beeping pretty soon. Surveyor is a fine to drop and I will take it. Okay, well there was not a green one in this pack anyway and the white one is pretty terrible. Guess I'll just take the Surveyor. At this point I don't know what our second color is going to be. Javelineer is pretty good. There's also a Mustang, which I don't really care about. So I hope that... Oh my goodness. Well, I'll take it. If the other one is still in there, then we could just go into red-green. I mean red-black. So the other one is not still in here, unfortunately. Or was it this pack? Maybe someone else had the same idea and thought, well, I'll just take it. Okay, well, don't really care about that. So at this moment, our colors are all over the place. But green-white still being our strongest combination, I think. Because, I mean, the Surveyor is good. And also the Broodwagon, but this one is especially good if you can cheat it into play. If the other one gets passed, I'm not even sure if it was this pack or the next one. I'll just force red-green. Okay, well. Another Broodwagon. There's also a tune-up, which we've done before. There's also a right end. I think a tune-up might come around. So we will get either the tune-up or the Broodwagon, I think. There's also engine red, which I like, but I think at this point I'm just going to assume that we're going to end up in green-white. And if the tune-up comes around, I will splice the Broodwagon so we can reanimate them. But I'm not going to pick this early simply because right end is a much better card. Okay, Greenbelt Guardian is amazing. I like the back on track, but we're not green-black main. I'm going to take the Greenbelt Guardian. I think this is an amazing card. 2-drop with a lot of upside. Giving something big trample is very, very strong. Another Packdoll Terror. There's also Sideswipe. Green-white, not amazing stuff. We are being cut off a bit. Guess I'll take another Surveyor. Could also go for the bike for mana reasons. We don't have any payoffs for the Surveyor yet. Yeah, well, its own ability, but that's about it. Guess I'll go for another Surveyor here. Wow, getting so many mixed signals here, it's crazy. Well, cannot pass on a Necro-Regent, really. We do have some Surveyors. Didn't expect black-white to be open from this side because we passed the Zahur. Oh, there's a big friend. There's also this one. When it enters, you must search your life for a mount or vehicle card. Which we have one vehicle of, which is the Broodwagon. Reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle. If one or more plus one would be put on a creature or vehicle, you can put it. Okay, so that's very specific. I think I'd rather have the Tyrant. And now we could also have the Disciple, which is a very nice combination. Wouldn't mind to pick up the Jungle Hollow, but I think we're pretty low on creatures and we will be low on playables. Guess I'll take a Wreck Remover because it has cycling, which goes well with the Ooze Patrol. This could ramp us. Wow, we're really being cut off quite a bit. I'm going to take this prefer not to play it. So the plan at the moment is... Okay, so there's a Broodwagon, but the Reanimate spell didn't come around. So I guess I'll take the Broodwagon and focus mainly on lands now, where we can hopefully just play these. And maybe we'll pick up another Resurrection thing, the tune-up. But so far it's looking like a bit of a mishmash. I mean, black-green is open, clearly. But we didn't get to pick up many good black cards. I mean, this is about it. And we have a pile-up, which I think is a pretty strong card to get us into white. Yeah, I'll just take another Disciple. I think this can do quite a lot of work in the late game. That's the wrong color. Now I hope we get the other one, the green-black one. That would be very nice. But yeah, so far, you know, I've had 2 times now that I wasn't in green-white and I opened the Gearhulk, the green-white one. Now would be a nice time to open the green-white Gearhulk, to be honest. Don't want to play the Mustang. Nor do I want to play that one. So, well, maybe we just need some more bikes and this could be fine. Earth Rumbler is pretty good. Our Victory is also nice. I'm going to take the Earth Rumbler. I think the combination of Earth Rumbler with the Disciples that we have is pretty good. Still would prefer not to play black. There's a land, which I think will come around. There's also this Pride of the Road, which is better. But I would like to guide either the bike or the Barons, so we can play the Broodwagons. I could always also just only splash for the Necro Regent. Meh. And now we're being cut off from this side. I think I'll just take another Bestow Greatness. I think the plan is just attack with big dudes, give them trample, win. I mean, seems like a legit plan. So I prefer not to play these. I need a lot of fixing for that. Might splash for the Necro Regent, but we need more 2-drops. And we might even not need black, and if we don't need black, then we don't need that one. And then we'll just need mostly 2-drops. Prefer not to play the Mustang. Pride of Road is pretty good. Not sure about that one. So we have the Ooze, but no self-mill. So this will, most of the times, unless we draw it very late, be like a 3-3 or a 4-4, which is very mediocre. Oh, now we're getting all the black cards, my goodness. Wrapping is amazing. Okay, well, black didn't seem open in the first pack, but now it seems very open, so I think something happened. So I guess we're just 3 colors, and then we'll need the column. But I really need to pick up some lands if I want to make this work. Tune up. Yes. I will take it over the Hazard of the Dunes. Does the Curse Cloth wrapping also... No, it's only creatures, so it doesn't even work with the Broodwagon. Wow. Could go for another column for ramp purposes. Could also take another Broodwagon, but I think 2 is plenty. So I guess I'll just go for another column. Don't need the wreck removal. But this deck is, well... It either goes very, very well, or it goes very, very badly. I mean, we don't have any... I mean, we don't even have... Yeah, we have 1 right end, but that's about it. Okay. Tune-up number 2. We have a plan. Now, I might eventually not play these two. I think that would make our deck way more consistent. And then we don't have to play the columns. Just go like this, but then we lack playables. Man, we picked up so few playables. I mean, we lack 2 drops. We need 3 2-drops now, and then we should be good. Well, that is a 3-drop, but I'll take it. 2 drops, please. Maybe the other Broodwagon comes around, then I will most definitely take it. Now that we picked up 2 tune-ups. And it could work. I mean, let's be honest, the combination of Disciple, Broodwagon, tune-up is amazing. I mean, you resurrect something, next turn you use the Disciple, make this indestructible, gaining lifelink. Cycling was clearly open. Could have gone blue-red, I would have had 1 Mako and 2 Sky Rays. No more 2-drops, unfortunately. So this will have to be the deck. We'll have to play something crappy. Didn't get the 3rd Broodwagon. So I am going to play 17 lands. But I would like another creature, but I think it will have to be one of the bad ones. Because we don't have any other green stuff here. Could play the wreck removal. Yeah. Okay, well I think this is it. I'll keep this in, just in case. Maybe I should just not. I don't want to. I'm just going to play this without black mana. Because putting 2 black in really kills our game plan here. So this is the deck. I'll be right back to get rid of the beeping. Alright, let's go. Now this deck, I don't expect much from it. The colors were not clearly open. Maybe I should have just forced like black-white sooner. But this looks pretty good. Just keeping this. Hope to draw some lands, maybe cycle the Broodwagon. Okay, well, we can at least curve out nicely. Whoops. And this can grow next turn, which is still a good turn. Because we have nothing to tune up, which of course is the downside of tune up. Now if we could have, if we had tune up sooner, well, we still have decent attacks here. If we had tune up sooner, I would have picked up the other, what is it, the other vehicle with cycling that we skipped. Oh, it's still fine, we got 11. Would like to draw some kind of action, okay, that's unfortunate. Could put him down to 5, don't think I have to. He's already at 2 speed. As long as he has nothing for my flyer, we will be fine. Okay, well now I will probably use my Bestow Greatness, though. I think we have to. But just do this. And next turn we can attack with the elephant and maybe give it trample. And if not, we can use the Earth Rumbler. But it seems like he might have another exile spell or whatever. I hope he taps out. If he does tap out, maybe we have lethal with the Bestow Greatness. Okay, he's going to kill the mammoth, I think. Looking at his mouse over action. And that's the good thing about the mammoth. If he exiles or kills it now, which he probably will, we still have the 3/3 elephant. But exiling it... I'd rather have him exile the mammoth than the Earth Rumbler, because we can get that back with the tune-up. Yep. Okay, so our trick would be fine. If we attack with both, he has nothing really. But I think I'll rather just keep the trick and go for a swing next turn. And we have something to exile. Okay, well, I think this will hurt a lot. But with the Bestow Greatness, I think we should still be good. Would love to draw another Disciple. But we're at 5. Disciple would be amazing. He has no lifelink. So let me think. This deals 2. He's at 5. I give this trample and stuff and he's dead. He goes to... takes another 6. Yeah, I think this should do it. Yep, good game. Well, that was close. The Rover Blades with the Assailant is a nice thing. But, well, too bad that we didn't draw any of our cycling vehicles. So we managed to pull out one win, even though we had a dead card in hand for quite a while. First win in the pocket. Let's keep going. But if we had drawn the 2/2 flyer, that would have been amazing. I mean, then we would have gained like 6 land. But that's the first win with Bestow Greatness, and we have 2 of them. And I think it's not a great card, but in our deck, I think it does the trick. Especially if you have some big trample dudes. Now, another reason that I'm not putting black into the mana pool, swamps, simply because we have a creature which needs triple green, and if you put like 3 swamps or whatever into your mana base, it becomes very hard to cast it, especially on turn 5 when we actually want to cast it. It's a long queue. Well, I guess I have some editing to do. Alright, there we go. Cuno the Wise. We've got the combo. Let's go. 3-drop creature would be nice, but I don't think we need it. 2-drop's also good. Might actually play that. Can always cycle this on turn 2. Depending on what he plays. Another Broodwagon. Well, all we need now is another tune-up. So we can destroy anything that he plays. Doesn't have trample. We've got a lot of stuff to do, so I just want to kill that. I'm fine with this. Let's hope he plays a nice 4-drop on turn 3, which we can kill. And if he does something crazy, we can still use the right hand to exile that, but this is fine. Please play a 4-drop creature. Okay. I think that's also a target worth using tune-up for. And depending on what he does, we could use the Disciple, but I think he's going to destroy this somehow. Probably destroy target artifact or something. Okay. Well, he is getting his speed up. I'd really like to draw land here. So I guess we just hardcast this simply because it's a decent blocker. And we can gain some life next turn if he actually... He could get to max speed now if he destroys this. But I think we have quite some ways to push through and also gain some life. Bit stuck on lands here. And if he attacks, I will block. Simply because if he wants to use a trick on the remover, that's fine, okay. Toughness 4 or greater, that's annoying. Do I cycle this simply to try and find a land? I think I have to. I just need to hit a land here. Okay. So now he could crew that, but now this is just at least some life gain, and we deal some damage. And we can right end that one in his next turn. So we will just... He will get a speed up, I think. He will get up to 4 speed, and we will go down to 13 life. But then we can just do another Disciple or whatever, and use the right end on the Ironclad. If he attacks with both, I'm going to block the Catalyzer. Another boost buggy. Yeah, we're going to need some damage control here, so I'm... exile that one. And this is only 4 toughness, which is unfortunate. But I think... So we can deal 5 and gain 3. And then we'll have 2 flyers. The life gain from the thing is quite significant here. So he can do a lot. But if he attacks with everything and he's tapped out, I think we might have lethal. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ooh, almost. Almost lethal. Gallant Strike, I think I have to cycle away. I mean, he probably has big dudes, but I've not seen them yet. And he has a lot of mana, so if he has anything big, he would have already played it. Okay, well that's very good news for us. He will still attack, I think. And, okay. Okay, so he gets treasure. He has some stuff in the graveyard. He can deal 2 damage to us, so we're effectively at 2. And now, if these 2 die, we still have lethal since we have Bestow Greatness. Unless he doesn't tap out, but he seems to be eager to deal damage to us. Okay. It's looking good. Oh my goodness, this is not looking good. Well, vigilance as well. Oh my goodness. This creature ends, other creature you control get pursued and again vigilance and menace damage can be prevented. So we're not dead. And I think we still win. Though he can in response use the buggy, but the Gearhulk is so painful. Okay. So trample and first strike. Does that matter? Thinking. Let's see. If I attack with everything, he must block. I think he's still dead, right? Or at least he loses everything. We gain 1 life. We have first strike. I think he will let the Leonins... I think he will just block the remover and maybe take the risk. But I think he has to block everything, right? Okay, well, he's tapped out. This is just lethal. Don't care about the... Sure. Yep. That's our second win with the Bestow Greatness. And I think in this format, whenever your opponent attacks you and he has green open, you should always expect the 4/4 and trample. Two 2-0 from a deck which I deemed mediocre. And I must admit that game was pretty close. And I think if we cycled the card, which we did, and we didn't get the 5th land, I don't think we would have won. So Took a risk, but I had to take it. You cannot pass on turn 6 with only 4 lands up. I think then you're just too far behind. It's another long queue. Okay, 1985. He's even older than I am. Well, this is not amazing. But we have a board wipe, which might be our salvation. We can cycle this away. I'm keeping. I hope he's just not too aggressive. If we draw another planes, we will be fine. Okay, well, that is semi-aggressive. Okay, well, that's not the land that I needed. Oh, we could actually kill that, but I prefer just to cycle this. There's a tune-up. Now all we need is a big old dude to cycle away. Oh. We will have to endure some damage before we get to our planes. And maybe it will be too close. I know it was a risky keep anyway. But if we draw our planes in the upcoming 2 turns, I think we will be fine. Oh my goodness. I will give you an oops. I hope he exhausts the Scurry Foot. But this is a nice combination. Yeah, I really need to try... I need to top deck a planes now to win. Why X? Please, please deck, give me a planes. I need it. Yes. Okay, well. Thank you. I mean, I'm at 5. And he's still pumping. So let's just go wide, I think. We still only have 3 turns. But we have a big dude and... okay. We had a big dude. And the Bestow Greatness. Yep. Yeah, I'm going to need lifelink, please. Okay. Nothing with reach. Oh. I can't attack. I think we'll still lose this though, which is unfortunate. And we cannot deal enough damage at all next turn. He might even have some kind of pump spell, and it's just a good game. Wow. Yeah, he has something. Yeah, well, we got the board wipe, but we didn't draw the life gain that we needed. So, it was just a bad keep. But the top decking the planes felt good. I will skip this. My feedback doesn't matter even though you say so. Okay. Focus. If we had top deck the bird thing, then we might have been okay with some life gain. But he had to have the trick, of course, to kill us. Okay, well, I'm going to keep this. I know I only have one color, but we have quite some draw steps here. We can cycle this, and then I hope at turn 4 we'll have found 1 plains. So far, no plains yet, but we've got 3 draw steps to find the plains. That's not a plains. That's not even land. Oh, come on, deck. What are you doing? Well, keep a 2-lander. Have 4 draw steps. Don't draw land. It hurts. At first I was worried about not drawing a white source, but I'm not just drawing anything. Oh my. Well, at least our Ooze Patrol will be big. And of course he's just going absolutely bananas. Are you freaking kidding me? Okay, well, if we top deck another land, we can still beat this. Maybe. Okay, I don't think we can. Freaking freak. Okay. That just happened. I don't want to know the odds of that happening. 2 and 2. Now, let's be honest. That last game was just a recipe for saltiness. What was that, like 10 draw steps, I guess, with all the cycling? Not a single land. But I assume he had some kind of removal still. The only thing that could have happened was if we reanimated the 6/5, destroy one of his creatures, then block, live for 1 turn, and then we would have gotten some life gain. Okay, keeping. At least we have both colors, and we have more than 2 lands. Number 28, my goodness. What is this matchup? He's a pro. Now we're drawing a lot of lands. A lot of lands. It's like 2 ends of a spectrum. I should have answered the question if I liked the game. Now I'm just going to get absolutely devastated by MTG Arena. Okay, well, that's actually pretty decent. Guess I'll wait 1 turn, he's not doing a lot of damage. I hope he taps out. Well, I think he badly needed that land, but now we will blow everything up. And we have the tune-up, which is very nice. If he plays a 4-mana creature, he's going to use maximum mana. I might just jump here to prevent him from getting to max speed. Don't really need a Thopter anyway. That is a nice draw. Now let's get in with the Rambler. I would like to try and keep that alive. Okay, well, at least it still lives. And next turn we have some pretty decent moves. We can reanimate something, which we will. Probably kill the Terror. Costs 5. Yep, well now, most definitely. Ooh. That's a very good combination. So we do that, we do this, we do this. We have a counterspell. Okay, well, no life gain, I guess. But we are applying a lot of pressure. Don't kill my Broodwagon. Oh. Well, at least now we know that he will not use the exhaust. And now, might as well do it now. Okay. Now another Bestow Greatness finishes the game. And top decking any creature would also be pretty good. Probably the Ooze Patrol, I guess. Yeah. Wow. Must have something else, right? Yep. Very nice top decks from my opponent, and we're just drawing lands. Well, I'm not going to attack with the Rambler. I mean, we're both in top deck mode, but he has a terrible block. Oh, dude. Are you kidding me? What's his top deck? Just drawing lands. Come on. Keeping that up. I hope he keeps drawing nothing. Oh, still good blockers for the Rambler, unfortunately. Oh, come on, deck. So we milled a lot of action, which is unfortunate. All we need is get our other tune-up going. But we just milled 0 lands. From the Ooze Patrol. We might just win here. Because we can give it trample. Yep, I think this does it. That was a very, very good card to cycle into. Oof. That was close. Man, the opponent top decking the top decking the exact answer for Ooze Patrol. That was... I'm going to skip again. That was crazy. Flood the engines. Well, it was a fun match. We're 3-2. Let's hope to snatch out one more win with our mediocre deck. Let's go. Yep, loving this. Very nice combination too, to get our speed up. Not that we really have any huge payoffs. All we need now is our Thundering Broodwagon. What's it called? I hope he doesn't play the 3/3 vehicle. Oh, or that one. That's even worse. Well, I'm still going to play it out. And not for the live gain, but simply to have a flying threat. We have another one if we need. And Ooze Patrol is a very nice draw. Hopefully we mill an artifact that we can reanimate, which is big enough. Please cycle something that we can... Oof. Yeah, that's a medium Ooze Patrol. We didn't mill anything that we need. But it's a threat. Kind of. And we know he doesn't have a counter spell, at least. Okay. Disciple is nice. I mean, if he does block the Disciple, I will just give it trample. I mean, every point of damage is 1 and I don't have anything else to do. And it's a good trade for us. He seems to be somewhat stuck on lands. And now he cannot use the exhaust anymore. He has quite the stacked hand. Well, at least we can get our engines to max speed. I guess I'll just play this as well. He's stuck on okay, well he's got his 4th land. Oh my goodness, why? Okay, well that's good. Please cycle me into a land. That's not a land. At least next turn we can tune up to kill that. And if he does attack with the vehicle, I will block it with the Disciple, because I don't want him to draw any cards. This is an absolute bomb. Please tap out. So he tapped out. Yeah, I have to kill the Wind Rider. Simply because it gives all his stuff flying. And now at least we can get in for some damage. Yep. And we can have a pretty big swing next turn if we attack with everything. This is Menace, so he has to double block that one, which is pretty good. Bestow Greatness from the top would be an excellent finisher, I think. So as it is now, he has 2 blockers. If we swing with everything, he blocks most damage, which is 6, and he'll still get 2, 4, 6, 9 damage. So if he plays 1 creature, he's not dead yet. I wonder what he has. He must have some kind of fight spell, I guess. Yeah. Well, we still have pretty good attacks, I think. Seems like he has a bounce spell, I guess. So he blocks a 3/3, he gets 4 damage. Well, wow, he doesn't have a bounce spell. Oh, he lets first strike damage happen, of course. Bounces the Disciple, I guess. Broodwagon is terrible too. Should just bounce the Broodwagon, we don't have the mana to play it again. Don't think that will help. Okay. I'm attacking with the Surveyor, because if he chooses to block with the Mangler, which he might, we still get some value from the start your engines thing. And we're just going very wide now. This will be nasty. Whenever you activate an exhaust ability. Okay. Yeah, he was stuck on green sources. So let's just do the nasty thing. We just put this back on the battlefield. Okay, good game. Yep. Cannot blame him. He was stuck on single green, which means that he can only play one thing each turn. And if you have to play the 1/1 spider thing that gives you any color of mana and that takes you a whole turn, it's just terrible. So if you have only one color mana, you will never be mana efficient. What you want is you want to curve out, which means play something on turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. That's the excellent play. Mr. Crafty Pants. 2-drop. Opponent goes first, we're on the draw. Sure. Would actually use this as a removal spell. If need be. And also some trample damage, which would be nice to, you know, have near turn 4 or 5. But we just need to draw level lands. Okay. Surveyor is pretty good against that. Because of the first strike. Now I would really like to draw a land. Just so we can have this seems like he's not going to block anyway. And I'm not going to block that one, simply because this only has first strike during our turn. But he probably plays some tool for artifact creature. Ooh, okay. There's a land, very glad to pick that up. Well, I'm not going to use the Bestow Greatness, I guess. I think I'll just keep up the Gallant Strike for what he plays, or to cycle it. And I think I prefer cycling it, since I want to play this next turn. Natural 3 colors, very nice. Well, in that case, if he taps out for that, I'm just going to destroy it. Still hope to draw land, but now at least... Well, that's also a nice threat. Could have also killed the 2/1 simply because he needs the mana. But this way, hopefully next turn we will be at max speed for the Pride of the Road. Still kinda stuck on lands. Okay. That cannot be something that he's glad doing. I mean, it's a great card, but you don't want to do that on this turn. He could still play a creature. Engine red. Okay. We don't have anything to tune up yet. I could tune up that, but I don't think I want to. Guess I will be cycling this. Hopefully find a forest. Okay. Considering his deck, I think he has some big old sea serpents as well, which I prefer to keep my right end for. And I just want to play this dude and then bestow greatness. Live the dream. And I don't really care about our life total. I think we are at the... we're not at the stage where we should be caring about our life total. I mean, Pride of the Road is a great card in this board state. This gets double strike or this gets double strike. Okay, interesting. Wonder if he has a board wipe. Or just a big dude. If he plays just a big dude... Oh my goodness, that is a big dude. Land would be amazing now. Okay, so let's just play it safe. And next turn we have 4 in the air. And with Bestow Greatness, that's very nice. Could also just play the Tyrant, get in for 2. If he taps out, I think I will just go for the Tyrant. Use my mana most efficiently. And this can just attack into a Death Touch creature. What is it? Big Serpents. Okay. That is a very nice turn for him. Wow, still attacking. That is impressive. We don't have lethal. But with Bestow Greatness we might have lethal. I just don't want to get blown out by a spin out on the World Tyrant. Drawing some lands would be lovely here. Okay. So at least now he doesn't have spin out anymore. For sure. Are there... He could have bounce spells. I hope he just taps out and then I think it's good game. I mean... Yeah. So we just attack with everything. We have Bestow Greatness. Crew 2, so he cannot even crew that. Let me just do the math. Attack with this one. He doesn't crew that one, so he just blocks that. Blocks that. Should still be lethal. Yeah, I think we're good. I didn't do all the math. I mean, he could crew it with a Packdoll Terror, but that will only make him have less toughness. But he's gained quite some life. I mean, 2 Packdoll Terrors, Voyage Home. Yeah, if these are his blocks, then it's a good game. I mean, even if he does block with that one, I think we still have lethal. Yeah, should have blocked. You should have blocked. Let's see. Yeah, well, he would still have been dead. I mean, he would be exactly at 0. Okay. Rising steadily. So is this 4-3 or 4-2 or 5-2? 5-2. Okay. Now I don't expect to win these last 2 games, considering at the end of the whole win, what is it? The couple of wins, you will get more difficult opponents. Guess I'll keep. Only dead card is the Mammoth, assuming that we will draw a green source. Wow. Curving out nicely, sir. Okay. Gladys engines weren't started yet. At least we have stuff to do. I don't actually want to ride and the Scouter. And since he didn't build out his board, I think I'll just play this. Next turn this will be a 5-5 if I use the ability. Okay. Interesting. Because I'm only going to attack with the Guardian. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I think we need to do some chomping here. Or 2. Wow, did he actually do that on purpose? That was greedy. So now we just kill that, right? Saddle 1. We deal 5. Next turn we have a big elephant. Yeah, I'm just going to risk it. So if he has some kind of double strike or whatever, we're dead. But the problem is if we had kept this behind. What? Sunmare number 2. Why? I don't think there's anything I can do against this. This is what I meant with bonkers deck. We're about dead, we're in 1. Board wipe top deck would help. But I don't think the chances are 1 in 28. It's not a board wipe top deck. So we can gain 5 life. Which is about everything that we can do. And otherwise we're dead. So I think we have to do this. Let's just see what we can get from this. I mean, we are still dead on board. Yeah, Well, that was just crazy. I mean, what do you do against 2 Sunmares? If he swings with everything, which he probably will. We're just dead. Yep. I mean, it's close still, but I mean, having 2 Sunmares, what do you do against this? This is a very good rare, and he has to, and he plays to. Is he actually going to give me another chance? Okay, well. So either he's stupid, or he's just being greedy. Or I'm stupid and I'm still dead. Okay. Please, top deck, board wipe. It's the only chance I have. I would be delighted. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. Nothing to tune up. Yep. Good game. Alright, well, to be honest, it went better than I had expected. The tune-up stuff was really fun. The only problem is that you end up with a dead card quite often. So I think if I had actually picked up the third Broodwagon, I think it would have been better. But I didn't have the Broodwagon. I mean, I didn't have tune-up when I picked the Broodwagons. So I'm satisfied. Thank you for watching. Now, if you like what I did, by all means, feel free to click some buttons. And I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Thank you for watching Dad's Drafts.